Hi everyone, Scott Player, Pop Cult fan here. We've got some big announcements to talk about here. Okay, so this morning we had a Nintendo Direct, and it was quite a big one. Quite a big upcoming games coming up, specifically Pokemon Legends ZA coming out next month, and we got a new trailer for that. But before I go into the Legend Pokemon stuff, I need to talk about Super Mario for a bit because this year, for those of you that maybe not know, this year is 2025, which means that the original Super Mario game came out in 1985, meaning that this year is the 40-year anniversary of the Super Mario brand as a whole. So, unfortunately, there weren't any like reveals of the next like 3D Mario platformer. There wasn't a reveal for an upcoming big Mario game, really. There were a couple reveals like for Super Mario Wonder, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and as well as like Mario. What was it? Mario Tennis, something like that. So there was that stuff, but the biggest reveal in this entire direct that surprised the hell out of me was the title of the next Mario movie. The sequel to the previous movie that came out 2 years ago. The Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out in April next year. That's right, you heard me. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, the second film essentially to the film that came out 2 years ago. Holy crud! Holy crud! The Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, as I am mentioning this, just because it's titled Super Mario Galaxy, the film, does not mean it's a direct adaptation. I need to stress that enough here because it's not going to be a direct adaptation of Mario Galaxy. It's not. There's going to be influence from other Mario games in it as well, and they did announce that the main cast from the previous movie is coming back. Chris Pratt coming back as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, and Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach. All of them are returning, with the exception of maybe Donkey Kong, played by Seth Rogen. I don't know if he's returning. I'm not sure, but this announcement really surprised me because there was like a teaser trailer showing Mario sleeping with a butterfly on his little stomach and then panning to eventually revealing the title, which was Super Mario Galaxy, the movie. And I cannot wait for this. Oh my god, it was super exciting. I cannot wait for it. But the other big stuff that were revealed, there were Metroid Prime 4 for Switch 2, as well as many other things. And there's another Pokemon spin-off that's coming out as well next year. Pokemon Pokopia, which is kind of like Pokemon's answer to Animal Crossing. Because I was watching that trailer, you play as a Ditto that transforms into a human girl, and you're just like collecting like Pokemon moves from various Pokemon to like basically like craft like several different things in this land, essentially, which is a lot like either Animal Crossing or even Minecraft to a degree. So, like I said, it's kind of like Pokemon's answer to Minecraft. And it's something that maybe I'll check out, maybe. I mean, that didn't excite me too much. I'm not into those kinds of games really, but it is technically the next Pokemon spin-off game coming out for the Switch. So yeah, there's that as well. And then also the bigger reveals for Pokemon Legends ZA coming out next month on October 16th. They were, of course, the Kalos starters and their new Mega Evolved forms. They looked really cool. And I liked how Greninja was like upside down on this really big like ninja star thing, and then also like Chestnut being kind of like a king in a way, having like this yellow gold thing on his head and like this like red cape looking thing on his back, and then of course Delphox, which kind of looks like it's raiding a broom, and it has like these black coloring on different parts of its body. It looks cool. I like all three of these new Mega Evolved forms for Chestnut, Dolphox, and Greninja. They look really cool. And also, what I dread the most with Switch Pokemon games. Paid DLC. Admittedly, it looks interesting. Pokemon Legends ZA, this new DLC being titled Mega Dimensions. I'm curious about that because it sort of reminds me of what they did with Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, where you go to different dimensions and find, like, well, in those games, you found legendary Pokemon, right? In these other dimensions. Whereas in Legends ZA, we're finding new Mega Pokemon. Like in the trailer for the Mega Dimensions DLC, we saw two new Mega Evolved forms of Raichu. Pokemon, like Mega Evolved forms of X and Y, similar to like Mewtwo X or Mewtwo Y or Charizard X or Charizard Y. Similar kind of concept here with Raichu in this trailer we got for the DLC. And that's I'm liking what they're kind of showing here in this short little teaser that we got for the DLC, but like I said, it's paid DLC. Because it wasn't like that when Legends Arceus came out. Legends Arceus was a full and complete game that you could already catch all of the legendaries of Gen 4 plus some other new ones already made into the game without having to add any new content to pay for that. You didn't have to do that with Legends Arceus, but apparently we do with Legends ZA, which, it is what it is with paid DLC. But I am looking forward to the though I already pre-ordered the DLC for Legends ZA, so that way when I do get Legends ZA, it'll just be downloaded and I can just play the DLC after I beat the main story. So yeah, basically a lot of Pokemon stuff in this direct that we got, as well as the Mario Galaxy stuff. And speaking of that, Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario Galaxy 2 are in fact being re-released and like this, in a port for the Switch 2, with some new storybook pages added to Rosalina's little storybook from the first Galaxy game. So even though it's essentially ports of Galaxy 1 and 2 being re-released for the Switch 2, there will be some slightly new added story content for both games. But if you have Mario 3D All-Stars already with Galaxy as well as Mario 64 and Sunshine, you don't need to pay for this in full, because they will be releasing Galaxy 1 and 2 individually, separately, digitally. So that's when this is released on October 2nd. I'm just going to get Galaxy 2 digitally so that I can have both Galaxy 1 already purchased with my 3D All-Stars as well as Galaxy 2. So great. Really happy for that. I've been wanting to replay Galaxy 2. It's been a while since the Wii days, and glad that's being released individually, digitally for the Switch 2, so that I don't have to also pay for Galaxy 1 again. So glad for that. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover here in this video. It was a lot. I mean, I'm sure there was also like this separate like Japanese trailer for Legend ZA as well, that showed a little bit more of the story from Legend ZA in that Japanese trailer, and I'm really curious about the story now for Legend ZA, and how it's going to tie into all the new Mega Evolved forms that we're getting in this game. So yeah, really exciting. And one last thing I want to touch upon here, today I think marks also the 30-year anniversary of Toy Story. I know it's not related to Nintendo, but it is like a CGI like animated movie similar to the Mario movies that we're getting now. So yeah, Toy Story, the 30-year anniversary for Toy Story. I believe they are re-releasing the original film today in theaters, and supposedly there's going to be a teaser trailer released for Toy Story 5 also coming out next year. So I might get be able to do a trailer reaction for that if it's released online, because I heard that the Toy Story 5 teaser is gonna show in the previews before they re-release Toy Story 1 in theaters this weekend. So yeah, lot to look forward to. I can't wait for all of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me also know your thoughts about all of this down below in the comments. What do you think about the Galaxy movie? What are your predictions for it? What are they gonna do? Do you think that they will include Yoshi in the story this time around, as well as maybe also whoever they cast as Rosalina? I'm not gonna guess. I'm not gonna guess who they're gonna cast as Rosalina because I want to be surprised by that casting. So we shall see. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.